Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to Freising, dear guests. Welcome to all viewers across Europe. Welcome to the draw for the FIBA Women's EuroBasket 2023 qualifiers. After an exciting culmination in June for the FIBA Women's EuroBasket 2021 in Strasbourg, France and Valencia, Spain, this marks the first step in the new cycle for the FIBA Women's EuroBasket 2023, with the draw for the qualifiers taking place here today. Before we start with the draw proceedings, I would like to ask for a few welcome words the FIBA Executive Director Europe, Mr. Kamil Novak.
So, ladies and gentlemen, some of you here present in Freising, most of the others at home, these are the conditions. We are still going through challenging times, but as Mr. Mandic said, after EuroBasket is before EuroBasket. We did have a great championship in France and Spain, but now all Europe is looking forward. You all know the award of the hosts for the EuroBasket Women 2023 with Israel and Slovenia. This was the first step. Now the qualifiers. We were very positively surprised about a record of registrations of teams, 38 teams. Also, the hosts playing the qualifiers, this is something new. And we just all hope that we will have exciting games and obviously at the end an exciting EuroBasket in Israel and in Slovenia. We are back to our proved system with home and away games. As I mentioned at the beginning, we still go through difficult times, but we of course all hope that there will be no issue and the qualification will be played in the way as we want it. For your information, it's important to know we are in close cooperation with all other European federations, with the other sports. We had an exchange just recently this week, and also everybody is planning to play as it used to be before the pandemics with home and away, where the national teams can be presented to the fans and spectators in every country, that we can promote our beautiful sport in every country playing. As I said, 38 countries playing the qualification. It's a fantastic number. I wish all of you best of the luck for the draw, and of course I wish your players to be successful also in their clubs and to be ready to play for the national teams starting in November. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Novak. As Mr. Novak mentioned, 38 countries have registered to participate in these qualifiers. This also includes, for the first time, the two hosts of the FIBA Women's EuroBasket 2023, Slovenia and Israel. Before we go to the exact draw proceedings, I would like to ask on stage to assist with the draw. First, my dear colleague, the head of women in basketball, Mrs. Elizabeth Sebrian. And in order to perform the draw this morning, a special guest, former Slovenia international and the FIBA Women's EuroBasket 2023 ambassador, Mrs. Maja Erkic. Before explaining the exact draw procedure, let's have a look at exciting highlights from the last FIBA Women's EuroBasket, the 2021 edition that was played in Valencia and in Strasbourg.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Valencia, Spain.
Hello and welcome to the beautiful city of Strasbourg, France. We are here for the 38th edition of the FIBA Women's EuroBasket Championships. You see the emotion. And that's it, folks. Oh my goodness. What a game.
It is going to be heartbreak for Spain. Serbia have given payback tonight.
You definitely deserve that hug, girl, because you played fantastic. There you see the attack. What a game! Anna Dabovic, a legend. And they got the job done. Winners of the 2021 FIBA Women's EuroBasket, and boy, did they deserve it!
Very impressive highlights indeed, and we're looking forward to many more to come in the upcoming cycle. Before we start with the draw, a few explanations. The qualifiers will be played across 3 windows in November 2021, November 2022, and February 2023. We will be drawing 10 groups today, 8 groups of 4 teams and 2 groups of 3 teams. Each team will play the other teams in its group in home and away games in a round-robin system. The 2 hosts, Slovenia and Israel, are directly qualified. 14 more teams will progress from the qualifiers. This will be the 10 group winners and the 4 best-ranked second-place teams. If one of the hosts of the FIBA Women's EuroBasket is among the 14 spots that qualify to the event, so 10 group winners and 4 best second-place teams, then the 5th best second-place team will also qualify. And in case of both, then also the 6th best second-place team will qualify to the event. We have the teams split in 8 seeds, seed 1 to 8, that you can see now here. Seeds 1, 4, 5, and 8 will feed in the groups A, B, C, D, and E, and the seeds 2, 3, 6, and 7 will feed into the groups F, G, H, I, and J. The groups E and J will be the groups with 3 teams. No further restrictions for this draw, so we are ready to go and start with the first team from seed 1. Belgium into group A. France into group B. Spain into group C. Turkey into group D. And the defending champion, Serbia, into group E. Moving on to the second seed. Russia into group F. Greece into group G. Italy into Group H, Belarus into Group I, and Sweden into Group J. So, seed 3, as mentioned before, will feed into the groups F, G, H, I, and J. So the first team that will be drawn will go into Group F, second team into Group G, third team into Group H, fourth in Group I, and the fifth team from this seed into Group J. Montenegro into Group F. Great Britain into Group G. Slovakia into Group H. The Czech Republic into Group I. And finally, Latvia into Group J. Moving on to teams in Seed 4, they will feed into Groups A, B, C, D, and E. Bosnia and Herzegovina into Group A. Ukraine into Group B. Hungary into Group C. Slovenia into Group D. And Croatia into Group E. Let's have a quick look at the groups so far. In Group A, we have Belgium and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Group B with France and Ukraine. Group C with Spain and Hungary. Group D, Turkey, Slovenia. Group E, Serbia and Croatia. Group F with Russia and Montenegro. Group G with Greece and Great Britain. Group H, Italy, Slovakia. Group I, Belarus, Czech Republic. And Group J, Sweden and Latvia. We will now continue with Seed 5. Those teams will also feed into the groups A, B, C, D, and E. This is Germany into Group A. Lithuania into Group B. Romania into Group C. Poland into Group D. And finally, Bulgaria into Group E. Moving on to seed 6. Denmark into Group F. Portugal into Group G. Luxembourg into Group H. The Netherlands into Group I. And finally, co-host Israel into Group J. Let's have a quick look again at the groups so far. Group A with Belgium, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Germany. Group B, France, Ukraine, Lithuania. Group C, Spain, Hungary, Romania. Group D, Turkey, Slovenia, Poland. Group E, Serbia, Croatia, Bulgaria. This group is already complete. Group F, Russia, Montenegro, and Denmark. Group G, Greece, Great Britain, Portugal. Group H, Italy, Slovakia, Luxembourg. Group I, Belarus, Czech Republic, Netherlands. And Group J, Sweden, Latvia, and Israel. Also, this group is already complete. Seed 7 will now feed into the groups F, G, H, and I. First team into F, second into G, third team into H, and fourth team into I. Austria into Group F. Estonia into Group G. Switzerland into Group H. And Ireland into Group I. Moving on to Seed 8, those teams will feed into the groups A, B, C, and D. North Macedonia into Group A. Finland into Group B. Iceland into Group C. And Albania into Group D. This concludes the draw of the teams. We will just now draw the numbers to determine the order of play. All teams from seeds 7 and 8 will automatically be assigned number 4, and we will draw the numbers 1 to 3 for the other lines. This is number 3, assigned to the seeds 1 and 2. Number 2. And number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the draw for the FIBA Women's EuroBasket 2023 qualifiers. Let's have a quick look again at the groups. Group A will feature Germany, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Belgium and North Macedonia. Group B with Lithuania, Ukraine, France and Finland. Group C, Romania, Hungary, Spain and Iceland. Group D, Poland, Slovenia, Turkey and Albania. Group E, Bulgaria, Croatia and Serbia. Group F, Denmark, Montenegro, Russia and Austria. Group G, Portugal, Great Britain, Greece and Estonia. Group H, Luxembourg, Slovakia, Italy, Switzerland. Group I, Netherlands, Czech Republic, Belarus and Ireland. And Group J with Israel, Latvia and Sweden. I would like to thank Elizabeth and Maya for their help this morning. And before we close, we would like to show some more highlights from the last Women's EuroBasket, the top plays of the last event.
Oh, look at the cutter. She gets swatted by Zandalicini. Brooks, the second time she's had a shot blocked in the last 30 seconds.
She volleyball spotted that, Jeff. Oh, goodness me! Back-to-back three-pointers by Anna Dabovic. Everything going right for Serbia.
It is a massive task. It's a mountain. Hildebrand swatted out of bounds by Indoor.
Upstairs, another top play, please. Block City, get out of here. Joannes falls, somehow gets the ball to Gruda. Great pass off the floor. Assist for Sanen Gruda.
Sylvia Dominguez again in the right corner. Here she is, one of the all-time greats. She's got the trophy cabinet to prove it. Oh, nice passing, and it finishes with a hill layup.
Inside, look at that. Belgium taking on Slovenia. What a big-time block by Linskens! Look at that. Oh, that was how far can I hit the ball away. So Garnier with the substitution, no surprise. Guess who goes in? Joanna's three-point shot is good! And that's why Coach Garnier subs her in. 6 seconds left. She goes all the way. Nice steal by Delic, and she's off to the races. She passes it off to Davic, and a nice fast break basket there from Bosnia. And you see the emotion early in this game.
The handoff to Bentley. Shot clock winding down. She makes the trap. She gets over the space. She puts it up. Oh! She's made the shot. Ubinia. It's the backboard. It is heartbreak for Spain. What a shot, Bentley.
We have about a 2-second differential. Shot clock, game clock, Julie Alman, and it's good! What a big-time shot from a big-time player.
So all that's left for me to do this morning is to thank you for your attendance and thank you for watching from across Europe. And I want to wish the participating teams the best of luck in the upcoming qualifiers starting in November this year. Thank you very much.